Yo, what up? It is the 25th of April 2024, and it's currently 11:13 p.m. on a Thursday, and it being so late means I have missed the shops for today, which also consequently means today's happenings will be a lot shorter, because going to the shops is about the bulk of what I do. I mean, I guess it's not, it just takes like 5 seconds, I guess, but yeah, well today, we'll see the official moving in of Tangy, who came in yesterday from boxes. So today she'll be either out and about, or maybe in her house. And I might actually today check. I might actually check my lettuce storage, because I'm actually kind of curious about who all of the previous villagers in this town are. Obviously, I already have a bit of an insight with the pictures that I have, but I kind of want to know just who I used to have, because I've kind of forgotten. At least, I remember some of them. Like, I know I had Pinky and, Kabuki, Genji, some of them. But yeah, I want to see if there's... Oh, Teddy I think I had as well. So it's kind of weird. Like, if I ever see Teddy again in this game, it'll be just... I mean, I'd assume that villagers who move out are put into, like, a kind of queue for them to be able to move back in. Because, as far as I know, there's nothing stopping a villager moving in who's already lived in your town, but they just, like, won't remember you. Which is kind of weird. I wonder if that means you could get 2 pictures from them, though. According to the letter I got from the Happy Room Academy, my room's a mess. I can't believe that coordination earned me 427 points. Yes, cutting-edge style always takes a while to catch on. I know I'm being judged, but I can't help but laugh like a maniac. Hoo. It's almost like a, Beavis and Butthead laugh. Like, that kind of laugh. Yeah, so let's, briefly indulge. I just kind of want to see how will I fill this. Let's save a letter. Let's just look. I just want to see. Who have we had before? Gwen. Okay. Town Hall, Fortune, Peewee. Olivia. Oh yeah, okay. Olivia. Pinky. Mathilda. I remember Mathilda. Rowan. Oh yeah. Gladys. Kabuki, like I said. Pinky. Daisy. Queenie. Yeah, we know these people. Poncho. Margie. Yes, I remember having Margie. Sally. Oh. Pinky, Sophie, Peewee, Hugh, Margie, Sally, Olivia, Rowan, Daisy, Peewee, Olivia, Hugh, Teddy. There's Teddy. Cube, Mom, Olivia. And then this one will have probably Pearl. Oh yeah, I remember having Pearl. Pearl wasn't from too long ago, but not from this year, I don't think. Tipper. Oh yeah. Didn't have her for real. And Puddles? Who's Puddles? Is that a squirrel? Nan. Oh yeah, Nan. Coco, the gyroid rabbit. Nan's a goat. Allie's an alligator. Gabby is... Oh, who's Gabby? Oh man. Is that the... Oh, that's the rabbit with the beady eyes. Yeah. White with, like, brown hair or whatever. Buck is a horse. Barbara is obviously a sheep. Some people I forgot about. But it's not, like, a huge amount, I guess. I don't know. I mean, there'd probably be some in there. Some villages I've had that never have letters. That's why New Leaf has, like, an awesome... That's an awesome feature of that game. If you sit on the little, like, spot where the tree is, the, like, town tree, which is already a great concept, mind you, but if you sit on that for a bit, it starts playing, like, it's not credits, but it's, like, a history of your town, and it shows when people moved in, when certain things happened, I think, like, when the stores upgrade and stuff like that, and when certain public works get finished. That's like a really cool feature to like preserve the history of a town. That's why I also really like Pokemon. They'll maintain like the date that you've caught a Pokemon for like, you know, it can be from ages ago. I just think that's really cool though. Like finding an old Pokemon, you can transfer a Pokemon up to home and they can be from like 2014. It's pretty cool. But all that sort of stuff that preserves like the history you make in a game. That stuff is cool. Hello, Cube. You love me? You love me not. You love me? You love me not. I love you. I love green peppers not. That's a very like commonly used, or at least it used to be pretty commonly used as a little. It's not a. I wouldn't say it's a cliche. I don't know. It's sort of like, because tropes are sort of, you know, writing events kind of thing. Like an example of a trope would be like, let's say like the use of time travel. That's a trope. It isn't trope-y in the sense that it's like, you know, trite or particularly like bland, although I guess you could argue that using time travel at this point is a bit of a, you know, generic, you know, yeah, it is kind of a trope. It is a trope. Hey, Tangy. But I don't know what that specific, like, it's not a joke, but like that kind of, that love me not thing. I don't know what that would count as. Let's see. No, this is just hideous. This color is so last season. It's so tacky that it's making me gag. Is she talking about her own clothes? Because that is a very, like, garish looking outfit that she's wearing. Not to get all, poetic with the use of the word garish. Garish sounds like a poetry kind of word. It doesn't sound like a word you just say. I don't know. I don't typically describe appearances of things, I guess. Yeah, but I don't know what that, like, the love me not thing, I don't even know what that's from. It might be like a Shakespearean thing. Like, that's a very, you know, classic dilemma of love. He always had those love story, more so love tragedies, Romeo and Juliet style, where, well, you know, Romeo and Juliet, because, you know, he made that, where, you know, everyone just is dead by the end of it. That's weird, though, that just used to be a type of story. When you have a theme to work with, it's easy to collect furniture. Sweet, vibrant, tranquil, the choices are endless. Just pick something simple. I'm into collecting pink furniture right now. What's the theme? I can't say, at least not here. Well, I'm not really going to get much today, considering I can't get any new furniture. This table lamp, I believe, wasn't pink. It's like a yellow. I'm not even going to bother checking. That's how confident I am. Yeah, but no, that's just kind of how stories used to be. And, like, even, like, books for quite a while, even up to now, like, those sorts of books that'll just sort of, like, I feel like that was most books that you'd get in school to read, and they'd all kind of just, like, end. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but it felt like they would all sort of, like, they'd have the climax moment, and then the sort of, it feels like they'd give so little time to the resolution, or maybe it's just the way they present the resolution. But, like, and then there'd be stories where they just sort of end with, like, ambiguity, or, like, you know, not a fairy tale kind of ending, which is pretty popular now. But that was a thing. You just used to go to a show, like a play, and there'd be a story about a guy, and at the end of the story, he'd be dead. And the reason why he'd be dead would be ostensibly related to the fact that every single person in his life that he also cared about had also died. And that's what you would call a tragedy, which I doubt there's been a tragedy story, at least in movie form, for like an incredibly long time now. At least anything notable. You've been getting along with Scoop? I got this letter from that kid the other day. See, it's the Peewee letter. I love this letter. It's so stupid. Peewee. Can't really tell what their intention is, but his letters get pretty well written, don't you think? Yeah, sure. That's so funny. But yeah, it's kind of weird, the idea. In fact, I remember even... I recall... I think the first time I ever cried from a video game, it was kind of weird, because I was... It was not like like an emotional cry, because I don't usually emotionally cry at media. Are you happy about the size of your house? It's too small! That's the spirit. I like your attitude. I'm not sure how much bigger you can actually get your house, but yeah, it never hurts to have a dream. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like, the first time it was, like, this whole scenario was very weird, but, I had Portal 2, and that's, like, the thing about Portal is it's kind of weird, because, you know, Valve games typically aren't child, you know, centered. They're not really for children, which, you know, hasn't stopped nowadays with Gary's mod, which is... Gary, that's the thing, is that Gary's mod isn't popular. It used to be very popular, but now it's not really popular, but it's kind of only popular now because of that, the name that I shall not speak, because I honestly don't even want to add that to my spoken vocabulary for today. Every day of my life is more boring than the last. If only I had some modern furniture. Where can I find such a thing? Where? Do I have a table lamp here. Oh, a table lamp is modern. Today is your lucky day, Pango. I happen to have something that fits the bill perfectly for you. It's a table lamp. How do you like the look of that? Yeah. You're always so chill. Forget that you forgot. Nope. Not me. Rose wall. But yeah, like, you know, so, back to my thing. So Valve games, you know, Half-Life had blood in it. In fact, even Portal 1 has blood in it, which is a bit of a weird thing, because they removed that from Portal 2. And I played Portal 2 when I was kind of young, and there was something about the ending that was just so... it was so weird to me, and something like... I don't even know how to describe the emotion of it. It was so weird that somehow the only reaction from me was like a crying kind of thing. It felt more like maybe it was like a stressful cry, like an overwhelming cry. But that was, like, you know, obviously a long time ago. When I beat Portal 2 now, I don't cry. I don't typically cry at media, although sometimes, I don't usually cry at media, really, is the end of that statement. Like, there's definitely stuff that gets me close, like, somehow recently, it was, like, Kung Fu Panda 2, that movie has such a powerful, towards the end, I mean, there's a specific moment that I'm sure anyone who's a fan of that movie would be able to, you know, it probably isn't, you already know what I'm talking about, where it's just, like, so emotionally impactful that it, like, did almost make me cry from it, but but I definitely don't usually cry in terms of, like, I don't know, if a character dies, I don't think I'm ever gonna, like, I'm probably never gonna cry at a character dying in a movie, unless they, like, make the next Toy Story and, like, Woody dies or something like that. But it's, the thing is, it's how you play it out, is a lot of it, like, if you have a character death, and you play it in a certain way, it just won't be impactful at all. If the character isn't emotionally significant, if the character isn't written well, if the character's death isn't done in a way that the movie itself respects, like, you know, like, think of the amount of, like, stormtroopers in Star Wars that have probably died, or I think they say they don't ever die, but that's obviously bullshit, but, you know, they'll just, like, fall off a cliff or something like that, and it's just like a, you know, goon that just die. You know, I'm supposed to get emotional at that, obviously, because they're not respecting the death, but you know, when a movie has a death where they're respecting the death, oh yeah, this Sunday's the fishing tourney, it is on, you think you're tough enough to take me on? No, you're rad. What, don't try to buy me off with compliments and then flee? Would you have something more important to do? A special enemy in your life? I'm jealous. But, you know, character deaths in movies, they have to be very effectively done. I think the funniest death in any piece of media that they try to play completely straight is that pig at the end of Minecraft Story Mode. The fact that they make it explode into a pork chop is legitimately hilarious. And I love that clip of the guy reacting to it where he bursts out laughing so hard that it's harder than I'd ever laugh at it, but because of that, it makes it way funnier, and then it makes me laugh at it. It's so good. It's such a great video, but also that moment is just so bloody, I mean, unintentionally funny. I remember, like Denier playing that game video, and it looked like he was about to cry when that stupid pig dies. It's so funny, because it isn't played like I don't know, like Molly and Me or like Red Dog or anything. But like, sure, they make the pig like likable, but it's a pig, of course. Like they're just gonna make it cute, basically. But they make the pig explode into pork chops when it dies, like in Minecraft, which is just so funny. Oh man. Okay, a cup of Java to pick you up. It's 200 bells. What blend would you like? The usual. Whatever you say. And up comes 1 cup of your favorite blend spoon. There we go. The perfect temperature to run the flavor. 176 degrees. 1 fresh brewed cup. Drink up. Thanks. What an odd flavor. A bit acidic, and it's strangely refreshing. Thanks. The best comparison I can think of with that death is like any of those sorts of video game parodies from the 2010s and late 2000s, where they'll just like, they'll take like something that's like oddly real, like Sonic actually dies, and then they'll combine it with like a game thing. And it's like, it's basically like that. It's like if you watch like Mario and it's like a super emotional thing, and then he dies, and then he does the thing where he, like, you know, his character bobs up and then falls down, kind of like, you know, if they did that, it's basically that equivalent. Like, you can't do that. Have you found a picture of me? It came in a frame, buddy. Man, I feel like a celebrity. Do you want my autograph too? Also has the autograph on it, so that's also not a question you need to ask. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Minecraft story mode in general is just really stupid. Like, it's very, I don't know. I mean, that didn't kill Telltale Games. I think Telltale Games died from... I don't actually know what it died from. It might have just been a lot of failures back-to-back, like, pretty unlucky circumstance, and also people not really caring for the genre anymore, because... I mean, when it comes to story in games, that was kind of a thing where it was novel at the time, the idea that, you know, there's this whole game and it plays out like a movie, but you're making decisions, and that was the whole point. But then that kind of became just how most games were. Also, this Black Rose is about to become a Gold Rose tomorrow. That's just kind of how most games started becoming. And there were also games where they had combat, like, good combat. You know, Telltale Games occasionally had combat and they weren't, you know, wasn't fantastic. But yeah, I feel like that's just kind of how it died out, was it just wasn't, it's too slow. But I watched instead of actually played the whole Back to the Future Telltale game, and it literally is, it's so bizarre, because it's definitely not of the quality of the movies, because it can't be. It can't pace itself, because that's the thing, is that Back to the Future is like my favorite movie ever. You can't pace a game like a movie, and Back to the Future's pacing is one of the best things about it. You take any scene out of the original Back to the Future, the movie doesn't make sense. Yeah, every single one of those scenes is vital, and that's how you make a good movie. That's how you make any good piece of art. Every like stroke of the paintbrush should have something behind it. It shouldn't be, you know, spur the moment or random. Anyway, I've blabbered on long enough. I'm already next to the bed. That's gonna be it for today. Tomorrow I won't play on the shops nearly closed. Let me just make sure I talk to everyone. Hugh Cube, yes. Monique, yes. Tangy, yes. Marina, Pango, Peewee, and Antonio. Okay, yes. I talked to everyone. Okay, that's gonna be it for the day.